excellent day. Really energizing, and you feel that the group of people like a year where you can stop and think, reflect, evaluate, and think about what else we can do better, differently, and celebrate what we do really well. So I think as an experience within our working lives, these collective events are very important just to keep the energy going around our specialist subjects, aren't they? Not that we University have a long history of delivering simulation experiential learning and professional education. What we have done now is to have a real body of knowledge and expertise around this. There are the next generation of educators coming through to deliver this and using more technology, technological advances within the curriculum now. So, and also to have the research.
way to the university. So our job is to help all other partners and individuals to facilitate your travel abroad dreams and aspirations. Individuals who individuals who want to travel and requirements, am I correct? One of those requirements is having international passports, having a valid curriculum vacancy. You must have a very good CV, and you must also have a very good work experience. There are some persons that don't have very good work experience. Some of them at one point have been at home, but they want to do something else. So at that point, that's what we come in. You do a lot of things so that you can at least get to where you want to get to. But first, we'll talk briefly about the importance of you traveling overseas. How would you, as an individual going overseas, affect you, your family, your friend, and also the society at large? And so now, we'll take a little short break and we'll back next 2 minutes. So we're supposed to have a very short music break. I don't know, due to human factor and technical issues, we really do not get able to get that. So first and foremost, now let's get into business. What are the reasons why individuals want to travel abroad? What are the reasons why individuals want to travel abroad? There are a lot of reasons. One is to have a career edge. Individuals like to travel abroad or want to travel abroad because of a career edge. Imagine someone who actually did a master's. Imagine somebody who actually did a primary school here in Akwa, Northern Primary School. Then the person did went to the secondary school and primary school here too, junior secondary school here too, and the person actually went to university here too, in Ibom, and the person actually went ahead to do his BSc, do his master's or any other degree here in Ibom. But he also went to serve, let's say, a neighboring community or a neighboring state like, let's say, Delta State. Now, and you see a CV of someone who actually schooled somewhere like Lagos State, and that's for primary school. Then for the secondary school, the person went somewhere like Abuja, and for the other one, which is the university level, went to Abuja, or probably went overseas and did the masters somewhere too in Sutherland University. And the two CVs are placed before you. We're not talking about capacity here, we're not talking about it being CV wise. Now, curriculum writing. Basically, you feel oppressed, am I correct? You say, me when I don't go to school for another place. Some persons, some institutions look at this as a cutting edge to say, yes, so let us, it's preferable we take somebody who has traveled far and wide. Some too, persons like myself, love to go overseas because of the different styles of learning. If you've been opportune to read some world institution, you will find out that in some classes, the students are not modernists. In some classes, some master's programs, the students are not modernists. The students might be 5 persons to one teacher, 5 persons to one lecturer, and they have study groups. And these study groups help them to grow more. Most times you get the lecturer or someone who is actually in charge will just tell you, yes, I know this person. If you know your name, you will know your registration number. So it actually gives an edge because the style and practice. What about networking? Individuals who have gone far and wide will agree with you that yes, so there is indeed good networking balance with individuals who travel far and wide. They become friends with persons who are professors, persons who are classmates, so very big entertainment. If you look within the walls of this place, you will find out that there are some persons who are learned in skills. Take a very good look at the front is one person within legal palace as known as Lord Denny. He's called the master of the ropes. These are individuals who propounded theories that a lot of persons here must have heard of. If you haven't heard about them, if you go to Google and just press Lord Denny or Denny, the lawyers you see around, the principles and the styles they use in going about a lot of things they do to this person. That's why this shows that education itself gives light even when you die. If you look behind you, you also see individuals too who have actually read far and wide. This is someone who's homegrown here. The book they wrote a long time ago describing the feat of our country actually says, even if the Lord says that things are not actually falling apart, but we know that things might not get the way we expect them to go, but the network, the classmates, the calibers of mind of people that you see are most reasons why people want to travel abroad. If you find out solving problems, when there is a wrong, there's also a solution. Persons travel to improve their problem and solving skills. People who solve skills, people who solve problems, always want to travel abroad. And if you should actually look at the people who, over time, have been able to solve some things, there are persons who school overseas. For instance, let's talk about some illness that actually plagued us between the last 5 years. We talked about one illness known as coronavirus. Am I correct? Coronavirus, some time ago, we were able to get vaccines. And these vaccines that were not gotten from some local schools around here, Africa, but they were gotten overseas. Because of what? Their style of teaching, their styles of learning, their problem-solving skills. That actually shows their extent in what? The medical field. What about the issue of confidence? Individuals who travel overseas have that confidence to be able to do all that they want to do within a very smart period of time. Because they've been able to be taught by the best hands, not just individuals who just teach, but persons who are schooled and grown in what they do. What about the ability to speak fluently and have travel knowledge? People don't know that traveling is part of education. Am I correct? There are individuals like myself who have actually been able to school at around the entire country as far as Nigeria is concerned. I've been able to travel, and traveling from the west to the east, to the south, and to the north has actually added to my knowledge to actually show truly that career mobility and career flow is indeed important for each and every one of us. What about the immigration pathway? It's what we call immigration pathway. It opens work for a lot of persons. You will hear some people say, Me and my husband, we like to go overseas. If you go overseas with your husband and your child, we have the packages available for people. After you finish studying, you might stay there. What about stories for life? The individuals, sometimes we hear entire family move overseas. This entire family move overseas. When they move overseas, they don't just move, they move because their stories become better. Their stories become far richer than all other persons' stories. When you talk about the ability for them to have alumni, persons who have actually traveled and become financially free from debt. We know the country, the dollar and the naira, the pounds to the naira, the Canadian dollar to the naira are not favorable. You say, our money is rubbish. Yes. One of the reasons why we need to travel is because we need to hustle and get money for our families. Some persons there, when you go there, because of the money you get, you're able to help your entire family, help people know you more. One of the reasons why a lot of persons actually want to travel out is because of good letter of recommendation. Some persons, when they travel, before they travel or when they want to get a job, they will tell you, that place you went to school. Tell one of your lecturers or somebody who knows you very well to do a letter, an introductory letter to you, recommending you to our institution that you are a very good person or individual who has learning skills or taught English language when you were in university. You see, all these are very important reasons why persons actually travel abroad. If you travel overseas, how will it affect the economy? One of the reasons it would affect your economy is that you will be able to add what you learned over there back home. The appliances we are using in this place were not invented here in Nigeria. They were invented somewhere far, far away. And when these persons whom we know as our brothers and sisters traveled wherever they went to, they saw this equipment, and it becomes very important that they should bring them back home. And when they are back home now, we have no other choice than to use them because it's a sign of progression and not retrogression. So, to travel abroad, it is our job to help you go overseas. It is our job to enable you have a very fine career path and change your entire story to the what? To the good. We do well to actually show you what our organization is all about. Now, another thing to actually help us go forward is point 4 on our seminar booklet. Let's take a look at the brief history of SG Education Nigeria Limited in Nigeria and its goals. At this point, we will be inviting somebody, Mr. Okafor, to actually help us elucidate on the history of SG Education Nigeria. Please, let's pay one unusual attention.
Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for coming to our seminar. I'm a little bit surprised. The front rows have been abandoned. Is it possible for people to come to the front? Can you guys move a bit to the front, please? Because it looks like there's nobody in the hall, but at least I can count people in the hall. Let's come forward a little bit. The truth is, if you are closer to this environment, you might be closer to blessings. That is just the truth. Because if I'm going to give something, I'm not going to start looking for you wherever you are, like 500 million miles away. No, I'll attend to those who are quite close to me. That's just it in a nutshell. Okay, so thank you very much, Timothy Esquire, for the points you mentioned during the item number 3, where you were talking about the benefits of people traveling abroad. I don't know whether it's the rain or whether it's the sanitation, but if you see that sign there, it says Owerri 2026. We had an event like this at Owerri last week on the 18th of April, and the turnout was massive. And we had a whole lot of persons who were keen to take the next steps to advance their career, both for themselves and for their family. Owori 2026 was a highlight for SG Education Nigeria Limited, and hopefully Uyo 2026 will also be a highlight. Now, I just want to add a little bit on what was mentioned about the benefits of traveling abroad. Because I am a nurse by profession, I will zoom in on that particular point. Don't worry, I subscribe to Lord Denning, Master of Roads, as he then was. I also trained as a lawyer initially anyways. But then I took a detour into mental health nursing, and I'm a proud King's nurse. I graduated from King's College London. That's where I trained as a mental health nurse. 2019, I think that was it. So, now if you have a nurse in your family, or you are a nurse, you are blessed. Let's face it. And I said so because I know the benefits of having a nurse in your family. Can I please ask everybody, put your phones on silence, put it on vibration, whatever. If you start vibrating, just go out, take your calls. Please. Track if I hear in so many, it's going to be my ability. I'm sorry. Please. Now, if we zoom in on those who have diploma in nursing qualification, we have quite a few of them. In fact, as I'm speaking with you now, we have 4 students who left between March and April. The 4 of them are studying at University of Sunderland, London campus. They live in Southampton, but they study in London. They are a mix, single and married. Married with 4 children, married with 6 children, married with 3 children. They left their husbands, they left their wives, they left their husbands and their children, and they went to study in the UK. They went to do this 1-year top-up nursing. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this, making this sacrifice? I'll give you a real-life experience. The very first student that SG Education took to the UK to do 1-year BSc nursing top-up is someone from these parts. I don't know if she's from Cross River or if she's from Akwa Ibom, but Aneda Basi, that's her name. Christabel Aneda Basi. Apologies, Christabel, if you see this video. I didn't take your permission, but I just have to tell your story. This lady met me on Facebook, and then she sent the equivalent, she sent £4,200 to me to make payments to University of Sunderland campus. That was paid. Cut a long story short, she left her husband, left her son, came to the UK, studied, finished her studies, got work visa, applied for her husband and child to join her. They joined her, and they have been living their life in the UK for the past 3 to 5 years. Probably by now they might be permanent residents. I don't know, but they are well on the way. And there are others who have also traveled. The point I'm making is that this pathway is beneficial. Let's talk about the financial benefits to the economy. The economy, if you have a nurse, and a nurse, the salary for a nurse in the UK who is working at this moment in time is about, let's call it £28,000 per annum. 28,000. I think it's more than that, but let's just work with 28,000. £28,000 per annum. If the nurse spends a whole lot of money on her rent and all the miscellaneous, she should be able to save at least £12,000 per year. If she saves £12,000 per year, she would have saved £60,000 in 5 years. £60,000 in 5 years. Can somebody help us do the mathematics? 60,000 times it by 2,000. I think that's the base rate. 60,000 times 2,000 naira per 2,000 naira per pound. Let's work with that base rate. How much are we looking about? Somebody is doing the mathematics up there. Times 2,000. £120 million naira in 5 years. That's what the nurse should save. It is doable. It's happening. One of my nurses, that one came in when we were doing when we were doing walk-in recruitment, and she called me a few weeks ago and she told me that she has finished her 4-story building in Akwa, Anambra State. And I said, what are you talking about? She said, sir, I just want to say thank you for all the support. And she sent me a video of the property. And she also sent me a video that she bought another land. So what am I trying to say? I'm saying that you are contributing to the economy when you travel as a nurse. I want somebody to help me do another check. Go to Google, please, and ask Google how much was remitted to the Nigerian economy in 2025 from abroad. Just somebody should check that. We are talking about the benefits of traveling abroad or study abroad to the economy. When you travel abroad, when you are earning money and you are sending money to families in Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, but we are going to be specific to Nigeria. Has anybody done that check? Okay, all right, okay, that's interesting. It says there that it says based on reports and estimates for 2025, remittances to Nigeria are projected to reach approximately 23 to 26 billion dollars. Can somebody help us convert that? I think the dollar is about 1,400 naira. Let's work with that base. Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less. But what is 1,400 naira times 26 billion. Are you doing 22 or you're doing 26? I don't know how to pronounce that one. I was never good in mathematics. That was why I went to read law in the first place. I ran away. So, 36 trillion, if my brain is functioning properly. Is that not what I'm seeing there? Yes. 36 trillion 400 billion is the money that came into the Nigerian economy from overseas in 2025. So, do you see what the change to the economy that study abroad brings? Then we talk about the society at large. If you have someone in your family who has gone abroad, studied, and they come back and they are given a place to manage, except the person throws away all what they've learned, you will see a totally different way of managing things. And then of course, think about the prestige your family has when you have someone who studied abroad. And if you are an employer, you want to employ someone, and then you have somebody who has their secondary school education in Ughelli. They are Ughelli Delta State. Huh? Let me use those environments so that nobody will stone me with something here. And then they finished and they went to do their BSc in Delta State University, Abraka campus, Ole campus, maybe Asaba campus, Anwan campus, whichever one. That's where they did their programs. Government College Ughelli, Delta State University, Abraka campus, Ole campus, whichever campus. And then you now have somebody who did their studies at Government College Eket, for example, and finished that and went to do their BSc in United Kingdom, or in Malta, or in Bulgaria, or in Hungary. If you put the two CVs together, if you are employing, who are you going to pick first? Let's face the facts. You take the one who has traveled. The point we are making is that travel abroad is not just for the prestige. It also affects your family, because those money that they're mentioning there, they're not saying anyone can give you. They send to their family and their friends. Like that nurse who built the four-story building, she has contributed to the economy there, because obviously people had to dig, foundation, roofing, everything. People have to do that. So it is beneficial to study abroad, especially in this period of time where it is becoming very, very difficult to survive in this environment. Now, we are going to talk briefly about item 4. If you have your program with you. Now, I decided to set up this company because a friend of mine, a single mother, she was duped of 750,000 naira. That was in 2017, I think. I remember correctly. Now, if you do the maths, 750,000 naira in 2017, how much would that be today? Is that up to 7 million plus? Yeah? Remember how much the naira was to the pound before our father came, and then all of a sudden the thing changed. So inflation, if you get that kind of money now, you're looking at millions. She lost it because she wanted to go to study in Canada. They gave her admission and collected the money. There's also a nurse, this is a recent one, that she told me she and the husband, they spent about 10 million naira on a program, presumably in Canada. They only found out that everything was faked when it was time to go for visa application. Then the people started dribbling that. They created fake admission letter, fake everything, and they paid money. Unfortunately, that's how that nurse's dream of going to study abroad has been truncated at the moment. But when this lady lost this huge sum of money, I said to myself, Samuel, you can do this. Why would you allow people to go through this stress, this problem? So that's why I set up the company. But then I didn't take it very serious because, like I said, I went back to school to do nursing. Then, of course, after I finished nursing, I started working in a PICU. If you know a PICU, if you are a nurse, PICU is short for Psychiatric Intensive Care Unit. That is where we meet the worst of the worst in society. Those who are psychotic, those who have just taken something and they are off, those who have had a very traumatic experience and it took them away, that's where we meet them. And so it was an intense job, so I couldn't take this business serious. But now that I've taken a back seat, or nothing has kind of taken a back seat in my life, I decided to make sure that this opportunity is brought to everyone, so that people do not fall prey to fraudsters. And the beautiful thing about us, what we do, we try as much as possible to encourage you, the student, or you, the parent, or the brother or the sister, to pay your tuition fee directly to the school. And a lot of schools make things very easy. They have Flywire, they have Convera, they have Easy Money, and one or two other ones. Once you walk into your bank and they guide you properly, you can make your payment. If we make your payment for you, we can also do that. We can also help you make a payment. And if in the event that you decide not to go further, we can also get your money back and then refund it back to you. The point we're making is that we want people to be able to travel without losing their money. The nurse who lost 10 million, and my friend who lost 750,000, they couldn't get that money back. It's gone. And a whole lot has also happened. There was a gentleman, allegedly, if you Google him, I'll give you the name, you can Google him, TMT. I got to know about that because of that event that we had in Owerri. And apparently the gentleman had a very interesting way of operating. He will collect your passport and collect money, and he was getting people with smooth talking them, offering them what they want to hear. A lot of people want to hear walk, walk, walk. No. You study and work. If you are looking for work, 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 you are going to be scammed. I know, because I've also been scammed. I have also been scammed via work visa. I've been scammed directly, my own money. I've also had people who send money to me to send to those who say they are doing work visas, and at the end, nothing came out of it. The good thing is, I didn't gather a whole crowd, because I said, okay, let me try with this person. And then, okay, let me help my cousin, let me help my nephew, let me help my niece, and then the money is stuck somewhere. A gentleman who, I'll give you a typical example. The gentleman I met online, I went to him and we spent time in Warsaw, Poland. We spent time together. I saw him face to face. We went out, we ate, we spoke, we agreed on things. And I think I sent him about maybe roughly 4,000 euros to do work visa for my 2 nephews and my 2 boys who are, as we speak now, in UAE. Because I wanted to move them from UAE to Europe. My manager knows these 2 people I'm talking about. As we speak today, that 4,000 euros is gone. Nowhere to be found. The gentleman is not responding to his messages. The last message he sent to me was that he was arrested, but he will make sure that my money is not lost. It's gone 2 years. It's gone 2 years. I don't want to even talk about it, because if I start talking about it, I might start crying, honestly, because one of my nephews that I wanted to move got killed December 13th, 2024. So I lost that money, and then also my nephew that I would have moved, I also lost him. So if I tell you somebody is coming to you with work visa, please, please, please be very, very careful. Like we say in law, be very circumspect. You might be falling into a big trap. Another one they used was Luxembourg. I had to go to Luxembourg to see what's happening there. I went to Luxembourg but sometime in February. I had to go, and I did a video. It's on my YouTube channel, sorry, not YouTube, my TikTok channel. The only job you can get if you go to Luxembourg is as a construction worker, because a lot of construction is going on there. But how are you going to get the link to go there? You see them on TikTok, on Facebook, whatever, promising you nursing job in Luxembourg, blah, blah. Hello? Hello? It's all fraud. It's all fake. They will go, they will clone the website, they will change 1 or 2 things there, and then you think you are communicating with the people. No, you're not. You're not. I had to go because, like I said, somebody was scammed via me, so I needed to go and be sure that what I sold was the right thing or not the right thing. And this other person that was scammed, a nurse, unfortunately, I actually also went and saw the lady who promised to provide this job. I saw her at Kilimanjaro, in Adesanya, in Ajah, Lagos, face to face. And I said, okay, let us try you with this client. And that was it. We're talking about 4.5 million naira. Nurses know it's very difficult to get that kind of money. So I'm pained that this nurse lost this money. And it was her case that actually made me to move, to go to tour that Luxembourg and see. Even the schools in Luxembourg, it's very difficult to get in. So if somebody is selling you Luxembourg, please, please, please be careful. And so, our goal, if you're looking at number 4, stay there. Number 5, we're going to skip because our partners for various reasons couldn't come. Those who came, they only said they will be able to attend just the event. The others couldn't come. One of them fell sick, and the other one had a bereavement, so they couldn't make it. What are our goals at SG Education Nigeria Limited? Why did we come to Uyo? We came to Uyo because we have quite a few students who have left from Uyo to the United Kingdom. We actually have one of them who is studying in a university not far away from where I live. She is in the University of Winchester. Winchester is about maximum 30 minutes by train. If you follow a slow-moving bus, 1 hour from Southampton, where I live. So we have had students from here, and so we want to encourage people who are within Uyo and its environs, Eket, and all the others. I don't know the names of many of the places, but to encourage you to work with SG Education Nigeria Limited, we will make your study abroad goals a reality. If you have WAEC, you have NECO, you have NCE, you have HND, you have OND, you have BSc, you have MSc, and you want to study abroad, and you got your money, you need to have your money, please. There are no full scholarships available. We can get scholarship from the school. Some schools give £7,000, some give 5,000, some give 3,000, some give 2,000, depending on the school. But you definitely need to pay. You need to prepare to spend money. I'll give you a base amount, what people have spent. So if the child has got WAEC or NECO, you should be looking at 20 million naira. 20 million naira, give or take, should be able to give that student their student visa. This 20 million comprises of tuition fee deposit and visa fee and IHS fee. IHS fee is health insurance. Because the person has NECO, they are either going to do health insurance for 3 years or 4 years, so that makes it more. And then if you need to, your parents need to provide money for your maintenance, all of that, the aggregate expenses, you are looking at minimum of 20 million. We get a student, their student visa in their hand. Sometimes if the economy is good, as in the exchange rate is good, somebody might be able to get their flight ticket in that 20 million, depending on how the naira and pounds, arrange themselves. Then, if you have a BSc or you have HND, you should be looking at minimum of 16 million naira. That 16 million naira includes your tuition fee deposit and all the other things I've mentioned. If you go for a 1-year program, then you are going to pay for health insurance for 1 year. If you go for 2 years, it's a 2 years health insurance or IHS fee. We usually encourage students who have BSc to go for 2 years program. And all our students who have gone for 2 years program, none of them regrets it. You have 1 year of theory and 1 year of practical. As in the second year, you go for internship or work placement. I think one of our students says everything is done online. So you have the freedom to, look after yourself, do some work, study very well, get UK experience. If you are fortunate, you might be given internship. That's a full-time job by a company. One of our students got that, and he's got his sponsorship as we speak. Another of our students also has a sponsorship. One of our nurses, I'm going to nurses now, favorite people, sorry. I'm biased, I'm sorry. One of our nurses who just finished her program, she has already gotten a permanent job in the city of Southampton. And how did she do it? She said it's not easy, but the good thing is, as long as you work hard, as long as you put in the effort, as long as you don't do those things that some of us do here, not being serious about your job, but you go they watch you, and you go they follow you, they laugh, but they are observing everything we do. Everything you are doing, they will observe and they will report, they will talk. You see that that lady, when she goes to the loo or when she says she's going to the toilet, she doesn't come back until 30 minutes later. I don't know what she's doing there. Or she says she's going to go for her lunch break. It's meant to be 45 minutes and she comes back 1 hour time. Or you go interpreter, it's a thief of time. You are stealing time. You are there, you are paid to work, do your job. Don't be going on extended tea breaks and all whatnot. For those are people when they smoke. If you go for smoking break like 4 times, then the shift to 15 minutes. But that will not be a problem. But if you go, say you want to go make a cup of tea and then you spend 15 minutes, then go hear your story. But then when you go out, go smoke, and going for a 5 break, if you spend like 15 minutes before they come, nothing's happening. So she was diligent, she got job, and then that's her sorted out. And we have a whole lot. So what am I saying? I'm saying that if you have your documents, whether you have NECO, whether you have WAEC, whether you have NAPTEC, OND, ACE, HND, BSc, MSc, you have your documents, you have your funds, SG Education Nigeria Limited will make your study abroad goals a reality. We will get you abroad. Sometimes we also welcome nurses at the airport. The 3 nurses who came sometime in March, they were very fortunate that I arranged to go and pick them from the airport. If you follow me on TikTok, you may have seen it, or Facebook, you may have seen the pictures. I took taxi and picked them from the airport, and then while they were coming back, because I knew they were, the food Turkish airline will give them will not be good food. So I said to my friends who were driving, let's just go into somewhere and then let them have something to eat, and of course we eat as well. And that was done, and they are having a good time in Southampton as we speak. And all things being equal, they will finish their studies and also get the support that they need to get a permanent job. And then that's one of them. I think I've only posted 2. There were 3. I don't know. Hopefully the other lady will forgive me because I forgot. I will post her on later. So what are we saying? What we are saying is that we follow you from the beginning to the end. Even after you finish, we do support you. 17th and 18th of February, I was at the London Guildhall for the graduation of 2 of our students, Austin Wabweze and Duson Tonebari. Apologies, guys, if you see this, I didn't tell you. And that's Favor, that's a nurse. She has finished. And the mom is also sending her younger sister to do the same. But her younger sister is starting the BSc properly. Favor went for 1 year top-up, which is the program we are telling people, if you have a nurse, whether your wife is a nurse, your husband is a nurse, your sister, your brother, send them to do the 1 year BSc nursing top-up. You will never, ever regret it. I can count more than 20 nurses who have gone that route, and none of them, zero, regrets it. The husbands, the children, they don't regret it, ever. If you follow me on Facebook, check, there are lots of their stories there. I think I've given some few names. But the fact is, we are here to, where is the anchor man? We are here to make sure that your study abroad goals, the awards, they are made a reality. We help you achieve these goals. And if you are thinking about studying in other countries apart from the UK, it's on a case-by-case basis. We can assess your documents and see the country that you can go for. But remember that if you are aged, just forget Malta. Malta will not give you visa. Malta has an age that when you get to that age, they are not giving you visa. Don't even disturb your brain. So that's what makes us different from others. I don't know, did somebody Google search TMT? Because I wanted to talk about that. It's a warning for a lot of people, because if we don't, okay, beautiful. So, can somebody read that for me? This is not me. This is something you can see on Google. TMT Travels and Tours, led by CEO Ifeanyi Onumere and based in Owerri, Nigeria, because it was when we went to that event that these things started coming out. Massive visa scam with claims that it defrauded over 100 people of over 500 million since 2022. These things allegedly paid millions for fake work visas and COVID-19 documents, with many losing passports and receiving no refunds. Trust me, this is not a lie. Do you have that one where they took the man to very dark man? So they would not take him to very dark. You can see that's February 2026. They wouldn't take him to February to very dark man if it's not a serious matter. So, not that we want to make him famous, he's already famous in his own way, but we want you to help people not to fall for things like that. When people work visa, please start to do what? Start to define how you want to take there. Like we say for Roboland, how you want to take Tule. Run. Okay? That's
high profile issue in the Senate with all this. Let's say I said I want to tell me say to put I'll be the man of 1 million. If I make then I do appointment from that, then I go to when I make a phone, I pay the sum of 3 million. Then I give him my passport. He tell me say photo system.
You give me your passport, your national passport.
Yes, I can collect everything.
Face to face, Akwa.
Yes, sir. So I can ask him if after 6 months he doesn't come out, he will give my money. He say yes. I see all the evidence here. I say okay. Then after 4 months, 6 months, 7 months, I don't see anything. I can ask him, boss, how I buy the visa? He wanted them say my visa dey final stage. Then 18 months, 9 months, I don't see anything. Income later ask me whether I get good. I tell say no. Income send me account where I go put money. That's 4,000. Do COVID for me. Within 10 minutes, they don't do COVID. I don't say anything now. 7 and 5 too. Then after 9 months, 10 months, I don't say anything. 9 months, make show me everything. Say through to him, apply my visa. Income tell me say something is there confidential. You know they show anything. You understand? Say you know this. Then 10 months now, I don't pass 900. So I need to return my money and my passport. It's time to finish. I didn't know
Your money how much in total?
3 million.
3 million, that's 4,000.
Yes, sir. So 900 me return my money and my passport. No evidence, and your time don't finish. You can't tell me say this. From back. You will give my money. I don't know if you say you tell my phone to be fresh. People think you got it. Now I say I don't know my passport and my money. When I reach his office, then because he make camera when I come collect my passport and my money. Before 10 minutes, I come command from the same office. And then the police. And I wasn't the so like police station, when I go there, people reach more than 100. People went complaining. I could because of them, because of things, more than 10. So after everything, we arrest TMT. So when I reached the police station, police asked them because this one I want the police they put them on camera, they collect our phone, they video them with their own camera. So they come ask TMT, is there any evidence show say they do this from him? He no bring any evidence. There's no single evidence where he bring. So TMT compromise us, say he will refund us that since 2018 he don't refund people money. Police don't ask him since how many years he don't refund people money. What of people when 2020 never refund them their money? So you know talk anything. The only thing you need to say, you know one minute the matter will go out. Men will settle down, men will be agreement.
So since then, you don't give you anything.
1 naira.
Where your passport is?
Incident with them, no passport.
The TMT is still with your passport.
Both money and passport.
Okay, you, good here, that's all.
Yes, sir.
You, what you say happened to you?
I think you can end it. Okay, so that was just a brief snippet of what people do. And if you notice, the man say, I want to go Japan, I want to go work for Japan. If you tell him, say, come go study for Japan, he not go bring. But he won't go work for Japan. When they don't collect the money from the hands, the eye don't clear. I don't want to make anybody from you experience that thing. If you don't experience them, I don't want to make you repeat. And I don't want to make you agree, make your friend or your sister, or your brother or your pikin enter the trap. The country where you dey talk say you won't go work, so unemployment they are. It's not easy to enter anywhere to work. Even those who be nurses, those days when we do nursing recruitment, then they pay people 6 months accommodation. They go come fly you from Nigeria, go UK, pay for 3 months, 6 months. All the money where you spend, they go pay you back. Both the one where you take right IS, the one you take right CBT, everything they go pay you back. Today, even if you like, make you hold OSCE. Some people don't go UK with visit visa, go right OSCE. Find job, no job, they come back. Some people don't, their IS don't expire for their hand. Based on say the economy, they do what? They change. Before, after COVID, UK government say we need care workers, They just they give the visa anyhow. People still use and take do their scam too. Plenty people fall. Me, I see fall. Because if I see where I want to take help my people, and they do what? And they shook head. In that process, I will fall enter. But what we will do? We not go because of say, if you use fire fit burn you, then we not go cook. We just dey try, dey more careful. But wetin I don decide be say, you see this study abroad now, no. If the thing don't continue, school go refund you money. Highest thing when school go do, they go take administrative fee. The highest one I don't see, and I don't tell my staff say, open and avoid this school. Kill University. I go call their name. Is it Kill or Brunel? Brunel. Yes, Brunel University. One of our students, she didn't pass her precast interview because not that she was a dull student, she had bereavement, she lost her father, and they booked her for interview. If I was aware, I would have stopped the interview anyway, but I was not aware. I only got to know when she had failed. And so the school said, because you failed, we are going to deduct fees. Sorry, me I don't put my own for vibration. Can you imagine? Okay, I put the wrong one for vibration. Come on, not best. And it's possible to say that the people. Anyway, let me do it myself. They won't give out to somebody made of me, but maybe in the process will continue to the call. So, what did Brunel do? Brunel decided to take, I think it was 800 pounds that he took from the student. I was mad, but there's nothing I can do about it. So, but apart from that, any other school, I think the other one was the University of Gloucestershire, they take 175 pounds from students. Apart from that, I haven't had any other UK university that takes money from tuition fee you pay. If you pay them 10,000 pounds, they will return back the 10,000 pounds. Simple as ABCD. So that one ain't clear. If you don't continue, we refund, we proceed. So let's be very wise. Let's not fall into the hands of smooth talkers. You heard what the man said. He went to the office, CCTV full everywhere. And because the man, they work with some people, whether they work with them, whether they work with them, but they're not allowed to do what, to do anything. And then think about how long ago this person has been working. 2018. Was that not what we had? This is 2026. So he's been doing this for a while. And apparently he's nowhere to be found. So maybe he's gone to one African country and hid himself. We don't know. God, let us learn from what has happened to other people and then use the study abroad route, not the work route, please. It's not a good idea. Even if you have not been to school for a long time and you don't have a certificate, go and write WAEC and start from there. I left school 19 years and I went back. So it's never too late to learn. And so I think we'll move on straight to the number 6. The anchorman has to come. But before he comes, just be thinking about the question and answers that you have. And then if we can pass across some water, because I think people need to have some water to drink. I'm going to find my water now. And I'll hand over to you for the question and answers. Thank you very much.
All right, I beg we can clap for him. It's not always very easy to stand in front of people and speak with so much authority, knowledge, and a whole vast experience. Like I would always say, it's an opportunity for us to ask questions. And like they say, follow no road, so that you know go lost. The more you ask questions, the more you know. And like they say, your name with your identity. So at this point, we would like to open the floors for individuals who would like to ask some questions so that we can answer some of these questions. So please, if you have any question, please feel free to ask your questions. Question time, please. Do you have any question you would like to ask so that we can answer them? Any question? No question? No questions? Okay. I see two hands. One is coming up, one is going down, one is up. So no questions right now. Okay, so we have one person. Please, what's your name and what is your question?
Thank you so much. My name is Ibom. Please, I want to ask, what of those who did not have SSCE but they have paralysis? And secondly, those that have like I myself, I have this CE. Then I'm asking, am I going to study have use my have I thought that like this Nigeria without getting writing what they call before you jam, without writing jam, you can't enter university. So if I go to abroad now, am I going to go and use am I and enter the jam or how to enter the school?
Yes. I like your question. I want to get something very clear from this your question. You have SSCE, which is WAEC. Is that what you are saying? Okay, good. I will answer that for you. Next question.
So my own question is, assuming that let's take Nigeria as a case study, I wanted to know precisely how many schools in a particular country that you are collaborating with. There cannot be all the universities in that particular country.
Good. So let's start from the back to the front. So we'll start with our big mommy's question. How many schools are we collaborating with? Auntie, we are coming. Let me answer this to people. Okay, so how many schools? We have a whole lot of partners who are actually working with us. They are well-known partners. We have one of our partners, Kryzak. They are these institutions. Their duty is to get slots from these universities. Now, when they get these slots, it's our duties as an organization into travel agency to provide students who are ready to travel. Don't give us those universities and we'll make applications for you. If you look at your hand, you see one there. One of these is Montreal University in Newcastle. Now, it's one of our partners. Are you there? That actually provide these services. You might be surprised. You might be saying, which country is this? Montreal University in Newcastle. We have a whole lot of partners. So, as far as partners is concerned, you don't have to worry yourself. If you play the issue. So now to my big brother's question. Well, age is of importance when traveling overseas. WAEC is a necessity. It is the least requirement as far as this country is concerned. There are a whole lot of work to be done for you to be able to use your WAEC to get admission overseas, and you would have to do foundation courses. Like the last speaker said, Set age is a prerequisite. Am I correct? So if your age is far and you have just wide, it might be very difficult. But though, doesn't mean that there are no opportunities for persons who have wide due to your age. So now imagine somebody who is around 24 years or 23 years that has a wide, and that person can go and do a foundation course. You understand? From there, moving to the direct course. So there are always different pathways to actually help individuals like that. I hope my answer is clear. Thank you very much for those fine questions. We'll be moving to the woman on.
Okay, my name is Amarachi.
Okay.
The question is, do you seek for admission, like people that want to go for trade school, maybe like trade, like hairdressing, maybe a college?
Okay. We have a whole lot of partner universities that that do that. There is one of our partner university that a graduate from that university was able to design a gown for the late Queen of England. You're surprised, right? This particular question she asked was the direct question I asked in Owerri. I don't know if you can remember. This was the direct question I asked in Owerri. There are particular universities that have students who are good in craft. So you are not just going there to read nursing or artificial intelligence or law and legal studies or anything. We have universities that are specifically for that purpose. So upon making your application, consider it done. If you play the show, matter. Okay, next question, please. All right, I think the questions are coming in now.
I wasn't even here.
What is your name?
My name is Uwakaneme Oji. I've only been hearing about nursing. What of those that want to go big, like medicine. Like, I've only been hearing about nursing. What of those that want to go big, like medicine? Is it possible for you to do your master's degree there, and is it cheap?
Thank you very much. People who want to grow big. If you are big, you are big. Whatever you are doing, you are big. It doesn't really matter if you are doing medicine. No particular course is small. We are all big. Tell me, because I'm a lawyer by profession, somebody that is a shoemaker. It's not a good job. No, we are all good in our fields, just like the human body. So we don't just say one course is big or one course is important. No, let me just correct that impression. All courses are big. I hope it's clear. So now, if you want to be a doctor, I have a doctor in my country. Everybody knows me well. I think you still remember that. Is that not so? So if you want to be a doctor, yes. Once you have your WAEC, good. Did you put in for any other examination like JAM or so?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So if you have your WAEC, good. We can make an application for you. You can make application for you for probably one of these foundation courses, so that you have a prerequisite of the course before you do the actual program. So the foundation program might be for 6 months. If you pass the foundation program, then you do the real course for 3, 4, 5 years, depending. But you know their system is fast. You know there's no answer there. There's no lecturer is not figuring fine there. So you know what you know, and I know. If you are ready, we are ready for you. Okay, I think we have to go this way now. You had your bite. Just hold on.
My name is Danny. So I want to be clear on something, please. For those of us that want to get a master's program, what's the duration? Then what the total amount of work cost? I think he made mention of it, but I wasn't clear.
Danny is always with the lion. Today you're not with lions, so humans. Okay, so let's give you humans answer. The Naira dollars are not a pound. Okay. So that for instance, 15,000 pounds would be. Am I correct or no? So if you calculate 15 pounds, 15,000 pounds, you calculate your flight fee, your accommodation fee. So you know what we're talking about. I don't like calling figures.
No, that figures is important.
Figures is important, but I don't like calling them. So let me hand over the phone to Donko. Hey, find the Donko. Let's Donko give you the figure.
Good afternoon, everyone. Permit me to start from the question, and then I'll go maybe kind of reassure these two young men because I am seeing their concern. You were asking of a figure. You see, when the director was explaining that maybe 15, I think mentioned 15, about 15 million, then for those for BSc, take about 20 million. I want to stress this point. When we have this calculation, let's say for instance you have a situation whereby the tuition fee, that is for somebody who is going for BSc program, 3 years, depending on the program of study. If, let's say for instance, the tuition fee is about let's say 16,000 pounds. We see how, we know how the funding of our Naira has been. If you calculate that into Naira, that is a big money. And now they will not expect you to pay initial deposit. It could be 5,000 pounds. It could be 3,500. It could be 3,000. Some people even say 2,500 for schools. So let's say, for instance, the school now asks you to pay 3,000 pounds. If you calculate the value of 3,000 pounds in Nigerian Naira, it's close to 7 million Naira. Okay? It's close to 7 million. And then there is what they call POF, proof of fund. If you have, let's say, about 7 million Naira that you're going to pay to this school, you also mention IHS. Nigeria here, we don't do value insurance. But over there, every movement you are taking, you will insure it. So your studies, if it's 3 years, they will expect you to insure that your studies for 3 years. Okay? If it's medical, any issue, you will not have to start looking for money. Because you have already paid this money, insure your education. When you have issue, you fall back. So if you want to calculate about 7 million, that is already for the initial deposit. And maybe they now ask you to pay 3 years. 770 for a year. Expect that times 3. That is 2,700 pounds. Calculate that again, 2,100 pounds into Nigerian Naira, going close to almost over 4 million Naira. So when you add this again to the 7 million, it's climbing. You've not talked of flights. Definitely you pay for your flights. You've not talked of accommodation. Definitely you make arrangement for where you will stay. Okay? And then they will not expect you that the duration that you will be there, this is how much you are expected to have. Okay? Living expenses. This is how much you are expected to have. So that you will not be a problem to them, because some people, they don't want all those kind of situations where somebody will come and say, I'm coming for study, and then you will be a problem to their society. Still being under the bridge and so on. They expect you to have that money in your account. They expect to see. So if they now say, let's say for instance, like in London, they will expect if you are staying there, you spend more. Just like somebody who is staying in Europe and somebody who is staying in the rural area. You can't expect accommodation in these two sides to be the same. So if you are staying in London, you expect that your money that you pay will be higher than somebody that is staying in the rural area. So when they calculate this money, you have to calculate balance of the tuition fee that you have paid, okay, and then balance of, the tuition that you have paid. You check how much is remaining. They expect that to be in your account. So when eventually you calculate this money, they expect it to be in your account. Calculate the travel expense, accommodation, everything. When we gradually put all these things together, before you realize, you get to this amount that was mentioning. That is for somebody for BSc. And now you are calculating about 3 years. But sometimes, like what I have seen over the years, hardly before you see Nigerians having this money in bulk with them. So there must be a process. Let's say, for instance, you have about 5 million naira with you. It's a start. You start the process. I know before you know, solution will come and the money will come. I have actually seen somebody who was who did something like this, and they said, I was 40. By about 4 or 5 years ago, it was this that was bad. And what happened? I think about 5 to 6 million naira was what was required for somebody who wanted to travel, not this high. Because the exchange rate was about something better. I think something better than this. About 200 naira to the dollar. It was better. This person, the dad, actually said, I want my daughter to succeed. He had to sell his land to support the studies. With about 5 to 6 million, she went. But after some years, it's a different story because she has been able to return the money back to buy that land, to place the one that they use to support her education. So if you eventually have a father who, to some extent, will say, I have something that for now I can part with, just for my son or for my daughter to go for this. Yes. Less than time, I know it's not always in less than time, when you exchange the little you are getting. Because the money there have value to have a naira. One who really say that yes, you have made the right choice. So to answer your question, for those who want to go for masters, I think about 15M, based on this calculation I was giving you, about 7 million for the initial deposit, and you talk about flights. Sometimes you get 1.5 million naira for flight. You talk about our accommodation. You talk about the POF running. That POF, let me do a little explanation on that. So it is something that if you have your money with you, it will actually help you out to make things easier. Just like I mentioned, if you have this 15 million in your account, it can really help you to succeed. Then on this other young man that asked about study, I mean BSc, you mentioned doctor.
Yes, sir.
That if you want to go for this thing, for every study, even if it's BSc, even if it's master, even if it's PhD, there is need for you to have WAEC. Their results, very, very good results. If you don't have your WAEC, you can't go anywhere. Even when you apply for master, they will still request for your WAEC results. It's necessary for you to take up any program that you want to take up. So either WAEC or NECO, but you want to be good. But some schools accept NECO, but not all the schools that are set that NECO, but it's good for you to have a very, very good WAEC. So if you want to go for medicine, fine and good. But most of the times, they always encourage, apart from the good WAEC, they always encourage those who are going for medical studies to have IELTS. Have you heard of that before? IELTS is a kind of, let me explain this a little. When you are working as a nurse or as a doctor here, you're expected to meet different people. Okay, you will be attending to patients who are from India, who are from different countries, that you really need to understand what they are saying. So they will expect you to have this good knowledge of English. And what do? They set up a kind of examination, call it IELTS, 4 components: how to read, how to write, how to speak, and how to hear. These 4 components will make you understand. If you get it clear, they will know that this person is actually qualified to take up this medical field. Because as a doctor, or as a nurse, you will be seeing many people and be hearing many people's languages. And those that are not too good in English will be able to understand it very clearly. So if you are planning for this, I would see encourage anybody who is going for the medical field to find a way to see how you also ask of that program and write it.
Okay. Would it be advisable for you to finish university, like a Nigerian university here, then when you graduated, you further your education abroad? Or would it be advisable to just start abroad?
It all depends on your plans. But me, I will encourage you, if it's possible, because let's take for instance that of the nursing that we have been talking about. Go to Nigeria 10 years before you qualify to be a nurse. 3 years. But if you want to go over there, that 3 years give you BSc. You understand me? This other one, like those who want to do something, they will call it top up. With your nursing, I don't think that somebody has gotten here, you will still go over there and do 1 year something that will qualify you to have your BSc. But if you have your way and you are that result and you want to do it, fine and good. Okay? Well, sometimes some people can say, let's look at the age. Like in Nigeria, some university at the age of 15, you see some people start entering school. But over there, it's not like that. It's not every school that gives that opportunity. Where if you are 15, they will accommodate you. No, they expect you to get to about 17, the minimum. Then they will accommodate your interest. So if you feel that you need to get some knowledge before you travel out, that is also encouraging. But we always I always want a station whereby if I have my good results, instead of me to waste the time here, I take it up immediately, take up the challenge, and in less than time, with God's blessing, I have what I want. So, senior, based on what we're saying, you need WAEC. WAEC is very key, very, very key. If you have not, find a way to have it. And like my Oga was explaining, there are certain age brackets that this way. There are some schools that will tell you we don't pay somebody that have left secondary school for the past 15 years. They will not want to accept that. Okay? So you don't look at your situation and say, I left some 30 years ago, my way I got this. They will expect you to refresh. It's possible. Those kind of situations, you write this ayat I'm mentioning. It helps a lot. When they look at it and see that you have actually fulfilled some of these rules. Okay? So if you want to further your studies, you are thinking of furthering your studies, find a way to think of how, if possible, if you have not gotten it, have a good WAEC results. schools are, with it, primary schools result will not give you any headway at all. You must have your WAEC result or NECO result for a start. But let it not be something that have overstayed with you. Maybe you left that environment for a very long time. Sometimes some people will even tell you, this our brain will be, I said, don't even block. What will you gather again? So we expect somebody that is very vibrant academically to take up studies.
Okay. I think about the scholarship. How do you go for the scholarship?
Okay, on the issue of scholarship, maybe you were here when my boss was also explaining that I have not seen where it's entirely free. And they will just say, come and take this thing and free, nothing goes for nothing. No. But like he was explaining, there are schools that give considerable amounts for scholarship. As you can say, 5,000, 7,000 pounds is over 15 million naira that they give you. Some schools take 5,000, some schools take 2,000, 3,000. You as a person must make efforts. Okay, if you don't expect your say and stuff like that, when actually was they know that some you yeah, depending on the school, so that will reduce the pressure financially. Yes, my dear.
Please, if the total amount is 20 million, and then you're to make an initial deposit of 7, now you're able to give the 7 and you've moved to start studying. Can you have a free time to maybe do small work and then so you can keep up with your fees?
Able to move over to that place. Every international student is allowed to work 20 hours a week. 20 hours a week. Okay? Many are maybe you are somewhere where you know that you may be fortunate where your attachment is better, pay they're giving you is better. Not without you have where is bad. The opportunity given as Indians, we are allowed to work 20 hours a week. Not to let me be smart, maybe the money is not enough, let me be smart, and then if you are working in this hotel under this calculation, you rush to another agency and start to think of how you can work. Because sometimes you see 2 days, 3 days in a week is when you will be going for studies. What about the other days? So you want to use this opportunity to see how you can find way. It's not advisable because if you are caught, it's a problem. You have actually go against the law because the law says 20 hours a week. And because you want to meet up, you do more. But there will be opportunity. While I was talking about the other one, there are places you get to, and maybe the pay is far better for you, that can even sustain you more better than maybe another person's situation. It varies. It's not the same that you are allowed to work 20 hours a week to support yourself. I've actually seen somebody that was so fortunate like this that in fact what he got on his 20 hours a week even assisted so much in alleviating some of the problems and so on. So that is the situation. I don't know whether I've answered your question. You were raising your hand.
Yeah. So the scholarship exams, and if they are, please what are they?
Are you what?
And is scholarship exam?
Scholarship exam.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Scholarship exam. Exams you write specifically for scholarships.
Okay, for scholarships. Well, to the best of my knowledge, there is none. I have not seen. And just like my boss was saying, you need to be careful. Okay, we try to be very realistic with what we give. Okay, we don't want a situation whereby we give you the impression that this one is not real. We give you the right answer. I have this thing. I think it's in US and so on, but it's not something I have seen. It's only when we have opportunity, you come with your documents, we look at the document, suit what you want, we apply for these schools. If you're fortunate, if the school give higher scholarship, fine and good. But that you write exam for scholarship, I have not seen. But one need to be careful, just like we have been saying, so that you don't fall into wrong hands. Because you see sometimes that they will say the scholarship, write exam, right before you know, gradually they will be asking you, demanding for a few things, and before you know, you're entering into wrong hands. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pastor Chicks. I just came in now. I've not really very late through my cousin UK. So as ask a question without being without my life agency
Okay, you came late when we have already addressed that, but I'll still help you out.
I'm sorry, I have one pamphlet.
Okay.
I would still love to have a pamphlet I can go through. Please. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, so the station, to answer your question, we have addressed it, but let me bring it up again. Like my boss was saying, me personally here, I've been a victim as well. When people will tell you there is a work visa. Okay? I'm in this moment, I'm already somebody who that is giving impression that that is I think we have sent several people out of Nigeria immediately after COVID-19. Several. Personally, I think I can account for over 20 or so nurses. I mean personally, that we've sent. And just like he was explaining, sometimes these people, they will make arrangement for their flight. They will come down to Nigeria, make arrangement and take them out. But it has become a problem. We know Nigeria's situation, where somebody will tell you there is job opportunity, and when you eventually enter, you end up not seeing anything. Seriously, it has happened. Just of recent, when they said there was job in Poland and so on, some people, over 80 persons, somebody, they pay money and at the end, job never came. So if anybody is coming now to tell you, which is what we are trying to avoid, that there is a work visa also in Europe, and brother, be careful. Try not to put your 10 kobo or invest your money with that kind of situation. So study have been the best and legit way of migrating to the United Kingdom or other countries, Europe and America. Because there, like we here, we don't tell you give us the money. No. The school will tell you the situation. You will see all that is followed. As you are paying, as you will pay directly to the school account. You are not paying to our agency, SG Education, no. You pay direct. And when they see all your documents, they will give you letter that will enable you to get your visa. Okay, so that becomes very legit. It's not something that somebody will stay in the corner and do it like this, come tomorrow, they say before weekend and so on. No. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I want to ask, what is the possibility that after you have getting all the necessary documents sent to you, and the embassy will grant you visa? What is the percentage?
Okay, so on that, I always feel comfortable with UK. Me, always feel, maybe because they colonized Nigeria, we are in the same Commonwealth, or maybe that bilateral relationship is there. We have always been having good success story with UK. 99% success story with UK. The moment the school have this opportunity, this opening, and you apply for it, and you first. When they give you letter, there's what we call CAS. When they give you that letter, it's like an authority that school is giving that we have checked this man document. Everything is complete. It does not have an issue. Automatically, that letter go. You take that letter, everything go to apply for your visa. And when the school are giving you that authority, the Home Office have to do against it. Because they authenticate that you have paid your tuition fee and you fulfill all righteousness, you've shown evidence that you have money in your bank, all your documents are legit, you don't have any issue, the Home Office have less to do to stop you.
Thank you so much. I still have, what of a medical area? Because I know there was a time I wanted to move with my people were moving.
What or what?
Medical issue. No.
Okay, so that is that. We try to be very, very honest, very, very open. If you have your documents, if you have your fund available, and you're ready to further your studies abroad, we will help you. We give you proper guide, we give you proper direction on how to go about it. We prepare you, we put ourselves with you, spend our time to make sure you have your way. So anybody who is interested in furthering his school abroad will be willing to support you. Will be willing to support you. Is there any other question? So, okay, yeah.
Okay. Good day, everyone. I'm Anita by name. I wanted to ask him concerning the issue of work. Studying and working, you said 20 hours per week, that should be about 4 hours a day for the work days. Is it remote or real life shift kind of work?
Thank you very much. It depends on what you got. It depends on, but we even out of our way find way to find something that is suitable for both your study. Okay, we have assisted several students that way. Something that will help you manage your study and then this work as well. Okay, so depending on the one that comes, that suits your study, that suits you, you will be the one to make choices. Okay, if it's one that can help you meet up your target, meet up your need and so on, you will be the one to make choices. It could be remote, it could be whatever. Making sure that you follow the regulations, like the or the policies that the government have put in place not to exceed that limit that they're giving you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much all. Back to our anchorman.
Okay, thank you for your fine responses. Please a round of applause for him. Okay, so thank you very much for fine responses and some very good questions, the answers. So just like a reminder, we want to let you know that we have offices all over Nigeria. We have offices in Lagos, Ajah. We have offices in Port Harcourt. We have offices in Owerri, Imo State. We also have office in Asaba, Delta State. And all things being equal, we'll keep growing. The office actually started from one office to 2, 3, 4, and also 5. So we have some of our jotters handed over to a lot of you. If you have not gotten, you can meet me for your own at the end of this program. So those jotters behind it, I don't know if you can look at it. We have those addresses behind. Those numbers are very active. Just in case you want to reach out to us after this program, we have those numbers there. And those numbers are very, very active. They are one digit away to help you solve your problems. Just like a reminder, we don't ask you for money, we don't pay money to us, we do not deal with your money. All money and all financial transactions are within you and float away from your university. What's float away? You know when you want to travel. So as for me, I would like to ask people some questions. Who's ready to answer my question? I'll start from there. So, what year did SG Education start its admission recruitment for students to travel abroad? Yeah, whoever gets that question has a gift. What year? The year was actually mentioned, so we would like somebody to help us answer. What year exactly did SG Education start? Okay, I'm not calling you. That's a great answer. So what year was that? So I'm sorry, I think I saw your hand. Let me give it to you. So tell me your name and what year.
My name is George Gabriel. The SG Education started 2017.
Is it correct? No. Is it correct? Even the person that I failed to read it got it wrong. Okay, what year was that? What year? We keep trying. It's close and not too close. But what year? What year was that? What year was that? You want to try again? No, it's one lifetime to Obodo Igbo, not to time. No, I can't see you. I can't see you. Right. Okay, let's give it to Mama behind. Let's see if she has the lucky gift. Okay.
2022.
Oh, 2022. You don't feel well. 2022. Okay. I'm not very curious. The attendance of person. We did an event some days ago. Who can guess the attendance? That's why you have to listen attentively. I'm a very difficult examiner. I did mention of it, a lot of attendance. Nobody's raising their hand. But I didn't say it here. I didn't say it. Okay. Alright, somebody asked one question. Asked two questions and nobody was able to answer. I'm a very difficult examiner. Okay, let me give you another very easy one. question. How many offices does SG Education currently own all around Nigeria? If you have raised your hand before, I will not call you.
We have like 3.
Is she correct? Is she correct? It's not correct. Is she correct?
Yes.
She's not correct.
You have 5.
Can you name them?
Okay,
So you want to spy? I am a very difficult examiner. So none of you could even get my open test. Well, like me, people will not have first class. Because I'll ask between the lines, that's what my questions will come from. So let's start. Our pioneer and head office is in Port Harcourt. The next office was created in Lagos. After Lagos, we have Enugu. After Enugu, we have Asaba. After Asaba, we now have Owerri. That's how many?
5.
If you even look at it, in Lagos, we have 2 offices. So let me just accept that is what? 5. But realistically, is what? 6. I don't answer one question. Okay, what year did SG Education start recruitment? And you must answer that question. That should tell you how long we have been in existence with no scam zone. I'm trying to ask you, so as you'll be able to trace the history of how we've been recruiting students. Let me ask you one question. There is something you are supposed to write as a student. I will not call you as a student for you to be able to gain an admission. After you have your wife, you have all other things. The director made mention of it. What is that thing? There is a particular thing that will state your intention, your motives, your desire. What is that particular thing, document that you want you to have? What is that? Mind you, this question has a caveat.
Personal statement.
Okay, finally, somebody has been able to answer the simplest question today. Okay, thank you very much. When you go home, you will meet me for something very special from our organization, and I hope you treasure it and keep it very well. All right, so since there will be no other questions, we have been able to learn a whole lot. First, we've been able to learn about the free admission assessment program. Am I correct? That you can get admission free of charge. We've also been able to guide you as to the visa. What are those things you're supposed to do so that you can get your visa? We've been able to tell you. But we know we do not give scholarship. If your school fees is £10,000, your university can say we pay £3,000 for you, pay £7,000, which is scholarship is from your exact school fees. That droppage is what we refer to as what? Scholarship. Then after that, we'll talk about POF, proof of funds. We've been able to answer, and we'll answer further when you've gotten your admission. Then we're also going to talk about, study and work opportunities as to their time and hours as to which you all can have the opportunity to work. Okay. We've also been able to talk about the BSc top-up nursing programs that are available to individuals who have ROM, or individuals who want to go into the medical field. Now, we've also been able to talk about the age requirements. If your age don't reach my grandpapa, or you know, if you go, so don't just bring something that is not true. And then again, please, we do not accept forged documents. Forged documents. There are individuals who possesses forged documents. If you bring them, just hold on. Let Mr. Akwa explain the details about forged documents.
Thank you very much for pointing that out. I just had to step in because we had a very recent experience of a student who we got admission for, and then all of a sudden we discovered that the documents were forged. The beautiful thing is that he still has YF, but his BScs were not straightforward, if I might use that word. And what did we tell him? We told him, even though you may have managed to scale through the school system, you will not scale through the Home Office or the embassy. They are going to give you 10 years ban. They will deny your visa and they will give you 10 years ban. There's no two ways about it. So our advice to you is withdraw that application immediately. And then, okay, we can use your WIAC to get admission for you. You can start with your WIAC. That's what you can do. But if you want to falsify documents, some people have falsified bank statements. 10 years ban for the UK. I think Canada is 3 years. Australia maybe 3 or 5 years. I don't know. So please don't provide forged documents. If it is your WIAC you have, use your WIAC. If it is your NECO you have, use your NECO. Whatever you have, use. Please don't provide forged documents because you end up damaging your immigration history. Okay, so we're moving on. We are on number 7. If you got the program of events with you, different programs available in the United Kingdom and other countries, notably Australia, Canada, United States, Malta, Spain, New Zealand, France, Lithuania, Greece, Germany. I could actually add Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary. All of these countries, we have programs that we can get admission for you to. We have programs we can get admissions for you to. Please put your phones on vibration, please. I am very, very when I try as possible to put my hand on vibration. So we have programs like I mentioned already, the 1-year BSc nursing top-up. That is always in the UK. If you try to get it in Malta, you are just looking for a Malta problem because Malta will give you visa refusal. That's what they are. They're crazy. Sorry, pardon my French. The guys in Valletta. Malta is a very lovely country anyway, but it's a small island, less than 1 million people. So I think you can go around Malta in 2 hours or 3 hours max. So they are not ready to be swamped by lots of students. So they are very selective. Age is a problem for them. And even if you are a nurse, just that when you come to do their top-up program, they are going to give you visa. They will scrutinize you. It's better if you do an online program than say you're going to spend your money to go and get a visa from Malta for top-up nursing. Some people have done that and they regretted it. Please don't do it. Then, if it is someone who wants to move from a different field into nursing, I've done that, so it's possible. You do the 2 years pre-registration masters in nursing, either mental health nursing, adult nursing, learning disability nursing, or midwifery if you are in that field. In my class, we had engineers, we had computer scientists, we even had a retired British Airways air hostess. We had a whole lot of people from different backgrounds, lawyers, businessmen. So you can move from a non-healthcare field into healthcare. We will provide the guidance for you. As long as you got one, your academic qualifications, the right one, and two, you got the funds. And then the other thing is the USA, we can get admissions for you, but you know how the gentleman who is over there, how he's behaving with regards to giving visa. Even those who are already there, they are clamping on them. They carry them, they go where they don't know. So if you're talking of going there, well, just be very careful. Australia, New Zealand, all those places we can get admission. Bulgaria is one of our newest markets. The tuition fee is on the low side. The package is there for you to be able to get your documents legalized and authenticated and all of that. It's going to cost some money, and then the whole process you'll be able to get to Bulgaria or Hungary. Programs are taught in English, and so it might be a cheaper option for those who do not have the funds for the top tier countries like UK, US, Australia, New Zealand. We do admissions for France, for Spain, for Greece. Germany requires blocked accounts, so you're going to send the money to them in euros and they will keep it there in Germany, and then they will be giving you bit by bit. So it's a very tedious process. And for that reason, I don't encourage you to talk about Germany, because if you got 22 million to give to Germany to put in a bank there, then really you should be coming to the UK then, because if you go to Germany, you are going to be spending money on language schools. So it's going to be tedious, let's face the facts. So we encourage you to look at other countries. New Zealand allows you to travel with your family member, your dependent, but it is highly capital intensive. France does not require you to legalize your documents. Spain also allows family reunion. So if you go to do a program in Spain, so let's say I'm the husband and I've got a wife and I've got 3 children. If I get admission to go to study in Spain, when I have my visa, I can travel to Spain. By the time I spend around 6 months max, I can then apply for what is called family reunion visa. So my wife and 3 children can come and join me. So it is possible. But again, this whole thing is capital intensive. So please talk about traveling with family when you have arranged a very good amount of money. At least you don't arrange like 30 to 35 to 40 million. Then you can start talking about, okay, I want to travel with my wife or my husband. Otherwise, you will get frustrated. What people have done is they send the husband or the wife who has BSc or diploma in nursing first, and then the person goes to clear the road. If the person has a BSc, then after they finish their 1 year or 2 year program, they can now do a DBA, Doctor of Business Administration, or a PhD, or an MPhil, and then family can join them. These programs are either 3 or 4 years. So, say 1 year absence from home for the husband or wife who is the student, they can come on holidays. I've said that before. And then after that, once the student who has got a master's now goes for a DBA or a PhD, once they get their visa, they can apply for family to join them. So it's pretty straightforward. The key thing is knowledge. Have the knowledge, work with the knowledge, so that you'll be able to achieve your goals. We have stylishly did item number 8 because I noticed that it's gone past close to 2 o'clock. It's past 2 o'clock actually. So if you have not received any light refreshments, just indicate. And we have also decided that few persons will get the company t-shirts because of one coming on time to this program. Team, okay, so I'm going to point out the persons that will get the t-shirts looking at the register after a while. So we have done a few of the items. I think one program I always will encourage people to look at is something in the medical field. If you cannot do nursing, do radiography, do physiotherapy, do occupational therapy, do speech and language, do something in medicine if you have that money, do pharmacy, do social work, very important. If you're not in the healthcare space, okay, do computer science engineering, do artificial intelligence, do web development. Somebody created that app, that OPay app that you are using, that you send the money, and it goes, is it not? Or the money point. Somebody created those apps. That's what people study. And so please look at programs that will be beneficial to you in the future so that you'll be able to grow. I always say that every family deserves a nurse, one nurse. If you have a nurse, you have a lawyer in your family, you're fine. If you have well, then it's right. If you have an architect, beautiful, because you don't spend money to go and look for somebody to design your buildings. You have everything. But trust me, you know the beauty of a nurse when you are sick. That's why we say every family deserves a nurse. The man who is a lawyer or who is an architect will not be able to do anything for you when you are sick. They will be panicking away. But if you have a nurse in the house, it's not easy to have a doctor. So that's why I'm not mentioning doctors, because it's a long process. It's a very long process. So, but you can easily have a nurse in your family. Invest in your nurse that you have around you. If it's your relative, your husband, your wife, your friend, invest in them. Send them to go and do that 1 year BSc nursing top-up program. Spend that money on them. Even if you spend 20 million, we did the maths. We did the maths. We can actually do the maths again, because I think some few people came in. Now, if the nurse, you spend, let's say, 25 million naira to send a nurse to do the 1 year BSc nursing top-up. Let's work with that base figure. And the nurse finishes that program, like that nurse I mentioned before. She now has a job, permanent job. She does 36 hours per week, and she has extra shift that she does at with her agency. So that's about 12 hours. So she's working 48 hours every week. Do we have the calculator? Because it's time for calculator. So £12.50 is the lowest you can be paid for working in care. £12.50 times 48. That is euro you're pressing there, that's not pounds. So pounds has a different feel to it. I want you to see in real life what it takes or what you're going to benefit from if you invest. Go and look for United Kingdom. You're looking for United Kingdom. Here we are. That's it. United Kingdom pounds. £12.50 times 48. That's the minimum she works in a week. How much is that? Young man, I don't know the calculation you're doing now. Are you converting to Naira or you are? We're not converting, we are timesing £12.50 times 48. You are using the standard calculator. I don't know. You're doing science. And how much is that? I don't know the calculation you're doing now. 600 pounds per week times 4. All those figures you have there, you don't clean them out because it's quite confusing. I'm seeing some billions and trillions there. Yes, 2,400 times 4. 9,000. Sorry, I think you are confusing me with these figures. So 2,400 is the monthly amount times 12, please. 28,800. That's that rough amount I mentioned if you were here at the beginning. So that's the base amount she's going to be earning. 28,800 times 2,000 naira, because 2,000 naira is the base amount we are using. It could be 2,1 or 2,050. 57,600,000. Remember? Is that correct? Yes, it is. It is. It is. It is correct. So remember, you are doing what? You spend 25. You spend 25 and you are earning that amount. Have you actually lost? No, you have not. Remember, that's for 1 year. And then subsequently, the nurse will be what? Earning more and more. So what are we saying? We are saying that any investment you make in your nurses, you are not going to lose. I'll hand back to the anchorman to continue, but the truth of the matter is, we are here to make sure that you achieve your study abroad goals. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that's that. We are about to close. We'll now have to meet some persons who are here and actually great individuals that were here. So you can also reach us on those lines that we have there. It's been a very wonderful event. Despite the rain, the sanitation, the marriages, the events that we have, we say a very big thank you for making our time to be here. It's not easy to travel from wherever we are to this town to meet up with people. It's always not very easy. And just to give you an hint, pepper, when no pepper, no be say na melon. If you put am for your eye, you go do wetin? You go pepper you. Something that is legit and true. It's not always what people will sell with a whole lot of things. People tend to believe what is not true more than what is true. So that is what it is. That's my last message for you. If you really want to travel, we are your best club. Sure club. And again, I will tell you, we do not take money from anybody. We do not take money from us. Then all financial transactions are done directly with the what? University. Okay, Amarashi. Abi? What's your question? When did SG? It's an assignment to you. The day that you find out that answer, that's the day that we know, yes, you are researched it. Or better say, you can still, no, let me not direct you there. Better say, I will still tell you. So, that's that though. There's something I'll get to correct. Yes, I made a mistake. The total offices are not 5, there are 6. Yes, I skipped one of the offices. I think the offices in Abuja, before the Abuja people shot me. Yes, the offices are 6. But anyways, we'll still be giving out our gifts to the winners. Alright, so like I say, I remain your very best, the best of the best. You're only lawyer in my village. Don't ask me in my village. From the elder say, so sorry. I don't know if we talk about legalization of documents. Did we talk about it? We did not. There are some countries that you want to travel to that you will need to legalize your documents. Yes. So sorry, I don't know. Maybe because I've not drank some Gogoro today. Or maybe because the code is getting to my head. I don't know. That's why I cannot function properly. But let me just tell you a little bit about legalization. So some documents that we have here to actually prove its authenticity. Some people, if you know you are listening to my voice and you are going to laminate your original WAEC, good for you. If you are going to laminate your BSc statement of results on your own, what am I trying to say? Please and please do not laminate any of your original documents. Why? Now, at a point, the owners of the document, we need you to bring those documents. We need you to bring those documents for sightseeing. That's what we call it. When you say sightseeing, when you go, they will tell you, this is a photocopy, am I right? This photocopy has an original. They will ask you to bring your original. So if you laminate your documents and they want to legalize it, waiting they laminate, they will feel they legalize them. They don't go fit. So I beg, not just for this traveling course, it's an information that persons are not truly aware of. Please do not laminate your documents. Now, how do you legalize your documents? Now, there's a department in Abuja, Ministry of Interiors. Am I correct? Yes. You take your document there. Foreign Affairs, yes. You go with some, pay some money, they'll do it for you. It doesn't cost anything. So there are some countries now that we, mostly Schengen countries, one of those documents has to be legalized. And you want to do better, say, if you are going to UK, just legalize them here, because when you go overseas, you will now be thinking of how you want to send your document to Nigeria or look for a Nigerian person in British Commission of Nigeria Embassy. Those stress, you know. So please try to take that, know that at the back of your mind. Then again, what is it that I want to tell you before? Then again, we should not forget that the journey overseas is not a journey of one day. It's a journey that requires time, patience, prayers, and finance. You want to travel abroad. You like, go and begin to tell your village people that you want to travel abroad. They will pray for you, and we will pray for you. It will depend on whose prayer is more stronger, or whose prayer they will answer. So when you are traveling, please, you know what to do. Try and keep your mouth shut. Try and do the right things. And what you do not ask questions. And at this point, we're still available to answer your questions. We are still in town, we are still within the premises. You can feel free to ask. You can also feel free to your friends, befriend your enemies too. And the contacts are here. We are available to serve everybody. And then we also have the opportunity of helping you. You say you don't want to travel now. You want to still work for us to help refer some persons that you know have the finances to travel. Like students that you might possibly tell about us, and they say it's from you. There's a lot of things that benefit that come from us referring people to us. So hope you get the point. Then again, too, for individuals who at one point or the other have skill, you know you have skill, or you don't have a skill, please go and learn something. Go and learn something. I would have said something in terms of what I've seen on air. Hope you know this program is being streamed online live on YouTube, on TikTok, and also on Facebook. So this program is aired live. Don't worry yourself. A whole lot of things that you seem to benefit from us. One other thing too, you still have to notarize your documents. So with these documents, will tell you you have to notarize them. That's where the legal professionals come into play. Some lawyers have the opportunity to become notary public. They can help you to notarize your documents. Finally, like I would always say, if you know what to do, do it now. Don't wait till the 9th hour before you do it. And like I thought, why don't you prepare? Don't miss it. For now, and me and the rest of the entire crew, you say, push. Don't ask me whether it's a South African language. We see you some other time. You have our numbers. Feel free to call us. We always be ready to attend to you. So for me and the rest of the crew, we see you some other time. And as we go on, God grants you journey messages, your various reflection, and He also grants each and every one of us the opportunity to reach our heart's desires. For those who want to travel and work, for those who say I'm married people, for those who want to go there and start to a better life, don't worry. All our dreams will come true. Let me tell you, traveling overseas are just like, it's a life journey. We have some individuals over time. I remember, I'm a legal practitioner, a lawyer. I practice in Nigeria here. So there was a time when I was in school, a whole lot of my friends got admissions before. A whole lot. Today now, you ask of, Ekaite, you don't go to Japan. Mabon, you do USA. And you are still in your store. Say your 2 kobo, 5 kobo, 10 kobo, 100 kobo. Don't worry yourself. And will come, you will do what? You will go there. Let me tell you my first experience. The first day I got into a plane, the first day, me, I was wondering, this is the plane that we see people on TV entering. So when I was in the plane, I was like, and the plane be this. Okay, to be sincere, I was scared when I entered the plane. And the plane started moving. I didn't even know when the plane took off. But I knew I was in. I started being scared. But as we landed, I will not tell you. That was when I knew I won't even be. I won't go to seat until we came down. What am I trying to say? Everything is in stages. Everything is in process. You might not have the money now as we talk, but you can save towards it. Is that not so? You can save towards it, and you can still have sponsors. Some persons too can still assist you with it. So now we can meet some persons, some of the staff to see wearing this color of dress apart from me. You can ask them some questions. They will answer you, and I promise you, we will do another event in Akwa Ibom. We will do another event in Akwa Ibom. This time, it might be better. Yes, we will do another event. We will do another event. That's how it is. So time, we will do another event, and then we hope to see some of you there with a whole lot of testimonies. The crowd should not be the matter. The crowd will be the matter. But we know say something there. We'll try.
So for you, some of you that have these jotters, please give them to people, you know. When you take get out, feel free to tell them where you get those jotters. For some of you that will be giving some of our polos, apart from this, please feel free to wear them. It's an advert placement. And remember, if you refer students to us, there is also an opportunity for you to earn something. How's everybody feel? Don't be so. Let's go. Let's try. Thank you very much. I mean your very best. See you some other time.